So I've been celibate for the past couple weeks. I know it's not a long time, but there's a huge difference that I'm seeing between celibacy and semen retention. If you don't know the difference, celibacy is complete abstinence. No porn, no masturbating, no having exchanges with a sexual partner or romantic partner. And as versus semen retention is that you can still watch porn if you want to. You can still have relationships with somebody, but you just don't release your seed. And I'm starting to realize something about the power of celibacy and abstinence. When you are still engaging in masturbation or you're engaging with an energy exchange while having sex, you're still releasing energy, even though that you're not ejaculating. There's still an energetic part to that process. And I started to notice that there's a part of me that does feel a little bit depleted, even if I masturbate and I don't release, or have a sexual partner and I release. Sorry, I don't release, but I still feel like a little bit of energy that has left my body. And I'm starting to feel over the last couple weeks as I've been celibate and abstinent, it just feels like something is just building inside of my system, and it feels super grounding. It feels super solid. It feels like roots are coming into my soul and coming back down to the earth. And it's interesting because I think we've all experienced this before, where we release, and then afterwards, if you really pay attention to your body, you feel like this emptiness, right? This hollowness in like somewhere in your midsection, just like feeling really empty inside. And I think orgasms specifically release so much energy. And there's a reason why so many men specifically are so drawn to it, is because when you have orgasms, it releases so much stress from your system, but there's also some consequences to releasing, right? Like it taxes your nervous system. If you're releasing a lot, it can mess with brain fog, it can mess with your confidence, it can bring anxiety, things of that nature. And when you're celibate, you're not giving your energy away. Like, you're not interacting with women in a sexual way. Even when flirting, there's a bit of energy exchange there. There's like this ooh, like, let's see if she finds me attractive, and she's doing vice versa. And there's a little bit of like this tennis match of romantic feelings or flirtatious feelings go back and forth. And the energy stays right here. And I'm starting to notice some really huge differences between celibacy and abstinence compared to semen retention, where there's just much more bass and confidence to my voice when I'm speaking to people. I'm just more in my own frame. I'm less being swayed by interactions and the chaos of the world. And I notice that people are more drawn to me, which is interesting, right? It's like I just got out of a relationship and I was like, oh man, like I can't even think about messing with another girl. I was so like, that last one did some damage. So I'm like, I'm not even thinking about women right now. And the minute I like brought my energy back, right? Because that's what breakups do. Like, it really, like when you are conscious about it and you're bringing the energy back to yourself of doing the things that you used to do, working out, hanging out with friends, taking care of yourself, all that good stuff. And you bring the sexual energy back to your body, to your energy body as well. You're vibrating at such a different level. And it's so interesting because I'm noticing like more women looking at me, and like I'm getting more like flirtatious, like come approach me vibes, which I get every now and then, but it's been like really in my face this past couple weeks. I'll notice like people staring at me a lot more. And it's interesting because the more energy that I have internally, I have more energy to output, right? And when you think about the goals that you want to accomplish, there's an energy exchange for that. So if you don't have the energy to accomplish those goals, you're not going to be able to get those things done. So I'm seeing that the more energy I have, the more my goals are kind of like coming to me. Like I made a couple sales in my small business that I was like having a hard time doing for the past couple months, and I just sold 2 things. I got a whole bunch of subscribers on my YouTube channel. Things are just kind of like just falling in place. It's so interesting. And yeah, I think it's very important for everyone in their life to experience this energy of celibacy and this abstinence. It's such a mind F word. Don't want to cuss on YouTube. Because it feels like this energy gives you a new set of goggles to look at the lens from a different view, and you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about energy and how energy actually works in this world. And I can see when you look at people who are very, very successful, and you look at a lot of their interviews, a lot of them are talking about abstinence. A lot of them are talking about harnessing their sexual energy so they can output it in a way to make them successful, to make them financially successful, to grow their business, to make more of an impact. And I can really start to feel like how true that is. And yeah, there's even this book called, it's like one of the most famous books when it comes to financial literacy, financial success, one of the most popular books when it comes to that realm. It's called Think and Grow Rich. And there's a whole chapter, there's like about maybe like 20 chapters, but there's a whole chapter dedicated to sexual transmutation, talking about how important it is to harness your sexual energy. So I think there's layers to this, right? I think it's like, all right, you ejaculate, you watch adult videos, you have sex, you ejaculate. That's like tier 1, right? Like you're doing it all the time. You're just looking for it for pleasure. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just sharing the different insights of like how much power you can attain from certain things. And then the next level is semen retention, right? You can still have sex, you can still masturbate, but you're not spilling as much. You're like holding your seed for every couple weeks or maybe for a couple months or whatever. But celibacy, I'm starting to feel that it's a compounding energy that happens inside of your energetic system, inside of your physical body, that can really start to move things in a huge way internally for yourself, for your mental state, for your emotional state, for your physical state. And then as a byproduct of that, your external world matches your internal world. And there's a reason why, I'll end it with this, there's a reason why monks take a vow of celibacy, because monks in that tradition, in that philosophy, understand the power of sexual energy and not leaking your sexual energy and allowing it to build inside of your system. And there's ways to circulate that energy through your chakra system, through your body, so you're not having it like, so you're not like getting blue balls, and you're not feeling like super horny, and you're not feeling like frustrated. There's ways to channel this energy through your system. And I'm now starting to like really understand. Obviously there's more that I have to experience, just like everybody. There's like levels to this game. And yeah, I just had a burst of inspiration just from the feeling I'm having right now. I'm just like, I made 2 sales in one day, YouTube channels like growing, and I'm just like, and all because like it happened to be right on time with me being abstinent. So yeah, I just wanted to share that and give my take and my experience with all the levels I've been at. I've been at, releasing, I've been at semen retention, I've been on celibacy before as well. As you become more aware of yourself, I've done celibacy before, but as you become more aware, I can feel things on a different level that I haven't felt before. And I'm just more attuned with myself, so I can really feel the differences that are happening inside of my system. So, all right, y'all. Hope that helped. You guys have a blessed day.